Hey guys, I'm really excited to present my notebook for Google Kaggle completion to you guys. I only have 5 minutes, so I will be jumping right into it. So, bridging language barrier through contextual LLM. So, basically, we will be utilizing the long context to learn language on the fly, especially the use cases when we have limited training data or languages which are like in danger. So, first will be English to Kalasha language translation. If you guys are not familiar, I will give an introduction, and English to American Sign Language translation. Initially, I only intended to work on the first draft, but later I expanded upon it. And I think this project has significant impact for learning new languages, especially for the endangered languages preservation and educational purposes, and also cross-cultural communication, so that no one is left out. So I think it develops a good foundation for the future development in language technology. So we install Google Generative AI and we set up our API with a key. Kalashi language is a language spoken in Pakistan northern areas. It's an endangered language. It's only has 5,000 speakers, and UNESCO also listed endangered language. So it was a really good choice to do it because there were not a lot of online resources for this language. So I was pretty sure like it's not trained on this data as well. I tried hard and I found two resources. One is called Clasher Text with Introductory Grammar. If you take a look at this resource, it has basic introduction to grammar of the language and how past present tenses are formed, verb, adverb, and stuff. And also it contains Kalasha language text with English translation. So it's a really nice resource. The second resource I used was this Kalasha dictionary. It has like Kalasha words with English translation. So it's a really nice resource, and models should be able to grasp some context for this. And I also found another tiny resource. This resource like 50 pages, and I'm not using it as a context, but for testing purposes, I will use these sentences in my prompt and see if the translation is accurate or not. First off, we load the Pro model. I'm using Pro model to get better performance. So I give it two English sentences and I ask the model to translate them to Kalasha language. And it says like, unfortunately, I cannot provide translation. I have limited resources on this language. So contact some experts. So as suspected, model is not trained on it. So let's give it some context. We upload our models and we use Google Gen's caching to cache our context. We give a system prompt to it, generate our context. We are using context caching because since we're going to do QA, it's going to save us cost, and also it will be more efficient because we are just going to get context for all the tokens once, and we don't have to send the API calls again and again. You can see we have around 900,000 words. So we can load our model based on the context, and then we can see the model provides us with Kalasha translation. And I'm not a native speaker, but I know some words because they're same in our national language. And we can see that model does grasp some word like translates weather to Muslim, which is correct. Prus to good, like good weather. So Kesa means how are you? To you, and Aj means today. So we see the model is trying to match the words, but of course it's not perfect. There's some context words out of context and symbolic issues, and also sentence structure is not correct, but it's of course good place to start. As I checked, we can translate it back to English, and we see I just reversed the prompts, and we see that the model generates like translation. The weather is very nice. Let's go for a walk. English sentence, and we also see the model did not translate exactly same. It says very nice, and it's so nice. And also here it says I original sentence. I want to take a walk. Let's go for a walk, which is pretty interesting to me. Of course, everyone likes diversity. For the second task for American Sign Language, we'll use Gemini Flash model just to save some cost. And I immediately ask the model a question like how to say happy birthday in sign languages. And we say the model is focusing on correctly. Just say like make H, make B, make and say happy birthday. And I say how to say white color. It says make C and W. It means color and white, which is really ambiguous because it can mean a lot of things and we can tell it's not correct. So I'm going to provide it a resource, which is this huge book of American Sign Languages. It has symbols and how to say emotions, colors, characters, and everything. I found it online. It's publicly available, and we use this. And we cache our context, and we give it a system prompt, and then we ask the model to generate same response. Happy birthday in sign language. Say concisely, add all the steps. MC model gives us bunch of steps like say happy by holding your hand to chest, bring up and down, make sign for the day. And we see, I posted a snippet from this text resource and we see it's exactly correct. Right hand on your chest, up and down. Same goes for next. How do I say surprise emotion? And it says make S, place your hand near your ear, and flick your fingers. And that's exactly how it's described here. Also for color white, it says exactly correctly. So as you can see, we can utilize the long context windows for learning languages on the fly, which can be really useful for preserving digital languages and also for enhancing accessibility in our increasing digital world. So I'm really excited about this use case, and that's all from me. Thank you.